I don't know how to start this video off. I don't know what to make the intro. I don't want to be like that YouTuber guy who's like, hey guys, what's up? I'd rather be out on the ice just playing hockey, saying random shit, but I'm panicking, man. How's it going, everybody? Goalie Gab here. Just making another video just to, well, for three reasons mainly. One, I'm still alive and I'm healthy. Two, the channel's not dead. Obviously, I can't still play hockey. My entire summer season got canceled, and so I'm kind of just enjoying a extended YouTube holiday, but I thought, you know what? I got a couple days off. Hockey's coming back, which brings me to my third reason, shoving my biased opinions in your face. Today, we're gonna be talking about my top 10 favorite goalies of all time. If you see me looking at this, it's because I wrote a script for myself. Okay, because I can't memorize stuff, okay? I'm bad. Just a quick disclaimer off the top, this isn't who I think are the best goalies ever. I think that's fairly cut and dry. Lots of videos out there that talk about that. This is gonna be people who have played the game that have, whether through their on-ice or off-ice activities, have kind of inspired me. So don't get mad at me when I don't include Patrick Waugh, but I do include some guy who's not even out of his 20s and hasn't won anything yet. I mean, I get that Patrick Waugh invented the butterfly or something like that. Massively influential, huge playoff performer, but I mean, the guy just seems like a jackass.
I can't really hear what
Goalie Gab
says because I got my 2 Stanley Cup rings plugged in my ear.
Okay, so we're gonna start off here with number 10. We'll move in ascending order, which makes sense. So, without any further ado, let's get on with the list. This first guy, number 10, had a really long, very profitable NHL career, you know? He's won a cup, was in the Vezina talks, you know, he never won one, but he was definitely in talks for a couple of years to maybe be a contender for a Vezina. I think he may have been a runner-up one year. I think his big personality kind of derailed him a little bit, but if you figured it out already, number 10 is Ilya Bryzgalov. I don't know, man. I mean, I thought he was sick. You know, he taught us so many interesting phrases that still carry on to this day. Well, you have to be mad. It's only game. The universe is just so humongous big. Was he the first ever meme goalie? Maybe. This next one kind of pains me, but number 9 is Tuukka Rask. Look, as a Leafs fan, we've had a complicated relationship with the Bruins for the past 7 to 10 years. Doesn't take away from the fact that Tuukka is a hell of a goalie, and I've actually been compared to him on a couple of instances. Not really sure why. But I'll take the compliment. Numero 8. Number 8's Dominik Hasek. Let me be real here for a second. I absolutely hated those like early to mid 2000s Detroit Red Wings teams. From like 2002 to like 2010, just couldn't do it. They were just too good, you know? And I mean, Hasek was part of that. So for a bit there, I really hated Hasek. I feel like he would have been rated higher on this list if he had just stayed in Buffalo and they kept those jerseys. I don't know how he stopped half the pucks he did. You just go on YouTube and you look up a Dominik Hasek save compilation and you're gonna see some ridiculous stuff that you have never seen before or quite frankly, after. He was a one-of-a-kind goalie, and you gotta respect someone who just goes out there and lets their freak flag fly. All right, so number 7. Yeah, it's Carey Price. It's another one that causes me harm. He's amazing in that he's the polar opposite of everything that Dominik Hasek was, where Dominik was like a wild man, just flying all over the place, flopping, just kicking shit out and stopping the puck. Carey Price is just like zen, calm, cool, controlled, everything that I'm not as a goaltender. And you know what, I'm jealous, probably. I admire Carey Price, you know, and I hope he gets his cup one day. Just not with Montreal. Number 6. All right, this could be a bit of an off-the-board pick, but for me, number 6 is. I mean, the dude's a monster in like size. He's intimidating, great sense of style. He's rocked some of the best pads in the entire league the last few years. Just like, look at these. Look at these. We're entering the top 5 now. So we'll start that off. Number 5 is Curtis Joseph. Cujo, baby. I don't think I started paying attention to pro hockey or like any of the pros until I was maybe in like grade 1, grade 2. So by that point, Cujo was ensconced as the Leafs' #1 goaltender, and he was an absolute hero. He was adored. He had the classic mask design, that cool nickname. I remember feeling really smart when I was like, I get why they call him Cujo, because the first 2 letters of his first name and the first 2 letters of his last name come together and make Cujo. I was in a Blockbuster and I saw the VHS for the movie Cujo, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, this doesn't look like it's about hockey at all. Someone had to sit me down and explain to me that, you know, the Cujo was from a Stephen King novel. I'm like, whoa, wait, this was a book first? I learned a lot that day. Number 4, this is where bias might start getting involved. I'm not saying that I'm biased, but if I'm the GM of Team USA in 2022, I'm starting Gibby over Hellebuck, all right? And not just because he plays for one of my favorite teams, but I think he's done more with less. And if you look at the Athletic articles written by Dom, he argues that John Gibson has been one of the premier goalies in the entire league. The entire league. For like years now, and he's still young. So sure, Helly's having a good year this year, and he's made his team into the playoffs despite having next to no defense, but I would be hard pressed to say he comes up with that magic again this time next year. Wait a minute, this time next year it'll be the off season, hopefully. My timeline's all screwed up, stupid coronavirus. Number 3, I'm excited, Bobby Lou. He's another one of the goalies that I really didn't like for a bit because look, when Vancouver's making their cup runs, I wasn't a fan. I think it was the Ducks thing. They clashed a little bit. They were both like really high-powered teams at the time. And so whenever Vancouver prospered, I was angry. And so part of that was not liking Roberto Luongo. That has since changed, clearly. I've really come to appreciate Roberto Luongo's humility, his sense of humor, and his longevity. Despite having injuries, he played at a high level well into his 30s. And sure, he never won a cup, but he's won other stuff. Numero 2, Frederik Andersen. Mr. Andersen, are you aware of your position in the National Hockey League? Are you aware of the city that you play in? Are you aware you play in Toronto, Mr. Andersen? That's what I like about Freddie. It's like he doesn't even live here. Like he's on some other planet. He's so stoic, so calm. His demeanor is just like, you know, he's playing in one of the hottest hockey markets in the world, and it doesn't seem like the pressure gets to him all that much, except for in Game 7s. No, but I mean, I like Freddie for a lot of the reasons that I like Carey Price. You know, he's like he's like a statue, and he's so technically sound, and like, you know, physically the man's a fridge. So it works for him. It wouldn't work for me if I try to be like, oh yeah, blocking butterfly. It's just, you know, like just whizzing past me. Like him or not, Freddie Andersen is the best goalie the Leafs have had since like Eddie Belfour. All right, now, number 1. Whoa. Yeah. That's how excited I am. I'm so excited to announce my number 1 goalie, my favorite goalie of all time. This may be a bit of a surprise, but it's Monsieur Gigi. The only time I've ever cried watching sports was after Game 7 of the 2003 Stanley Cup Final, and the Mighty Ducks lost to the New Jersey Devils. It was just such a magical run, you know? And Jiggy was such a big part of that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and block out all the haters who say his pads were illegal. I don't wanna hear about it. Watching him win that Conn Smythe and just not give a shit about it was actually very inspiring for me, because he showed that individual awards don't mean anything. So he never won a Vezina, and I don't think he cared, because at the end of the day, he won his cup. He's my favorite goalie ever. I wear his number for him, and I have a very narrow butterfly because my hips are bad. But that's also, you know, a fun similarity we have. And there you have it. My favorite goaltenders of all time. No legends to speak of, really. I mean, there was the Dominator, there was Cujo, there was Luongo, but I mean, like, no Brodeur, no Waugh, no Plante. These are just guys who inspired me, you know? If I had to have an honorable mentions list, I will think about it later, and you can find it in the description of this video. Now, what I want you guys to do, I want you to comment. I want to see who your favorite goalies are. And I don't want you guys to feel like the pressure of being shamed into what, you know, goalies you should say. Like, if you really like John Van Beesbroek because he wore a straight bar cage, say it. If you really liked Glenn Healy because, I don't know, you hate yourself, tell me. All right, guys, that's all from me. I don't know when hockey's coming back, but I got so many amazing ideas for when it does. I'm looking at ways to have guests on the show. There's gonna be higher production value. It's gonna be great. It's not a question of if, but when. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it, tell your friends, ring the notification bell or whatever YouTubers keep on trying to get you to do. Stay safe, wear a mask, socially distance until people say it's okay to not, and then body check everybody. All right, peace.